You are in the right place. This is the RCA Service Design Whip Show. We'll be giving it a couple of minutes just while we get a few more people in the room, and we'll be starting shortly. Thanks very much. Meanwhile, you can party down to Kylie. Hello, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our little party there. I'll be explaining why in a moment. I'm sure we've still got a few people coming in, but it's great to see you all for our lunchtime whip show, work in progress show from the RCA Service Design course, class of 2022. My name is Clive Grinier, and I'm the head of program for service design, have been for the last couple of years. On this course, and we're here to celebrate the work in progress of the cohort of students who will be graduating in June 2022, and we're specifically here to talk about the students who have been in our Life Service Challenge Lab, looking at financial well-being. So hopefully you're in the right place. As well as celebrating this class of 2022 as they are progressing on their way to graduation, we also celebrate the 10th anniversary of the RCA Service Design course. It is 10 years ago that the first students turned up. There were only about 20 of them in those days. We now have, over our 2-year course, almost 150 students studying for service design for this master's course. And so we're delighted to celebrate this 10th anniversary, as every year the cohort of students that has gone out into the world has affected change, had impact on technology, on government, on business, in all the new roles that they have gone to fill. But as well as celebrating the 10th anniversary, we are of course celebrating the launch of the next 10 years. And we're looking forward to the future of this course, and I'll be talking a little bit about that in this opening introduction. If we look backwards 6 months, then it's only in June of 2021 that we graduated the class of 2021, and it was fantastic to be able to do that physically, having, as we approach the 2-year anniversary of the pandemic, to have the students back at the Albert Hall celebrating their graduation was fantastic. And we will be doing that again in June of this year, and we will be having a physical show, but here we are for our second time having an online whip show. But I'm delighted to say the students are back in the college, working in a hybrid fashion, in the studios, back together, working in teams. This is a team-based sport in service design, and with a few students still dotted around the world, but increasingly coming back this term to be back on campus, which is where we want them. Service design, to remind you or introduce you to service design, if this is your first encounter with us, we are human-centered. We care about the humans involved in designing and developing experiences and services, but that's not quite the same as only user-centered. We certainly care about our end users, but we care about the people who deliver services. We care about the people who are impacted by services. We use design methods, we visualize journeys over time, we tell stories, we prototype, we experiment, we steal from others, from behavioral science and economics, agile and lean, and put it all together to create this thing we call service design. And the thing we change are systems. So systems thinking is at the heart of what we do. We know that services are complex, multi-dimensional, requiring collaboration right across an organization. And that's what we're about. But because we're designers, we're not here just to research. We're not just here to analyze. We have a bias for action. We want to create new, improved solutions to the world. We want to take the opportunities of technology and social change and have impact. And that's what this course is all about. So as I mentioned, we're launching our future 10 years. And as we approach September, where our 2-year course will become a 1-year course, where we will be teaching everybody in a 12-month period, service design to increase diversity, to make accessibility to this course much easier. So we're very excited about it. But in order to do that, we are setting up a series of challenge labs. And the students' work in this work in progress show has been organized in the first 3 challenge labs that we have launched. So we have a challenge lab on social impact projects highlighted, showcased yesterday's events around the probation service. We have on Monday, we had our event around livable planet, and how we're moving towards true carbon zero. And today we're looking at life services. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that means, but life services is a holding package at the moment for projects around financial well-being, and they will include other things, and they represent the work we've been doing with our partner EY Seren, who have been fantastic supporter and sponsor of this course and taker of many of our graduates. So for the first of what I hope will be many collaborations with both organizations and agencies who take our students after graduation. So our challenge labs are there to be a platform for what we do together with our partners to the world. We believe the principles we use in designing services are more than valuable, essential, I would say, in creating actionable, impactful, and inclusive solutions to the big global challenges of our time. So we have always been about collaboration and partnership with external organizations, and that's the ethos of this course. But to focus on partnerships, to showcase our collaborative progress, this series of challenge labs is a collection point of projects and knowledge and research. And we are looking forward to partners and organizations joining these challenge labs, which is why I've appointed a series of fabulous individuals to lead each one, who will be the focal point of bringing people in to come and work with our students, to work collectively in our exploratory lab, and to co-research some of these important issues to show how service design and that co-creation and collaboration is what is needed right now to solve some of the issues in the world. So we're there to collaborate and take action on the issues of our time. And you can see the first launch of our challenge labs and more detail about who's involved and who is leading them on our website, rcaservicedesign.com, a nice easy URL for you. And you will see there the Livable Planet led by Richard Atkinson. We are building and testing practical solutions to the threats that our planet faces. In this topic today, life services, we are collecting our projects that will provide agency to manage our future economic, physical, and mental well-being. And in fact, life services will split into another bunch of challenge labs as we go forward. and social impact with Judah Armani, understanding the role design can play in unlocking the power of neighborhoods, that single biggest unit of societal change. On our website, you can see material, the partners, and of course, the student projects that we've been showcasing these last 3 days on that website. So do take a look. So these first 3 labs, as I say, social impact, livable planet, and life services, managed by EY Seren. We will be adding to that by the launch of the new course in September, financial services, and I'll be introducing you to Cam Chana in a moment, who will be heading that up, looking at healthcare specifically. Ethical data has been a topic of this course for a few years now, the responsible use of data, and AI and blockchain and all the enablers that are encompassed by that, and policy. We've had a relationship with policymakers for a lot of the 10 years that this course has been around. So these challenge labs, as I say, will be the platforms and the focal points for the activities we go forward, student projects, research and collaboration with some of you, I hope, in the future. So the student projects in Livable Planet on Monday, we looked at our partners from Adidas, working on circular fashion. We looked at our project, our joint project with PA Consulting on the transition of the UK from fossil fuel and petrol stations to electric vehicles and the electric vehicle charge points, and working with the Department of Transport, and also the next transformation, that of heat. How do we heat our homes, and the transition to heat pumps away from gas boilers? These are not just technology, they're not just economic, they're social and emotional issues as well, which is why we take them on as our challenges. Yesterday, we looked at social impact, the work we've done with the Ministry of Justice and an organisation, Catch 22, on the probation process, a broken process where too many prisoners on probation go back to prison for the tiniest indiscretion in the process. We need, and the government want us to come up with prototypes and pilots that we are actually going to be launching in the next few months. And that is the essence of this course. We are not here to simply imagine a new service or process. We are here to deliver it and learn and iterate, make it happen, have impact. So we come to today's showcases. We have life services as a hodl for some work we've been doing on financial well-being with EY Seren, and one of the projects looking at how we can humanize the digitization or the digital financial planning tools that so many companies are looking to develop. How can we keep the human involved in that digital interaction? And those are the projects we'll be highlighting today in a moment. Why do I make such terrible financial decisions might be one way of describing, and the students have worked with behavioral economics and worked with their own research to look at why does that happen. And we're just about to play an introductory film that will set the scene for these projects. And once we've looked at some films of the projects, we'll be inviting you into some meeting rooms to actually meet with the students, talk about their projects for 15 minutes, and then we'll bring you back before we finish, and I'll be in conversation with Cam Chana, who some of you may well know from Temenos, who's has now starting her own ventures, and I'm delighted to say has joined our service design course and will be managing a financial challenge lab. And I'm sure she'll be reaching out to many of you, if she hasn't already, and seeing how we can partner and collaborate together. And thank you to all those people who've joined because of Cam's notification of this meeting. It's great to see you. So we're going to play 2 films now. This first film is a short overview of what we've been doing in this challenge lab. And then the second film will break down each of the projects, a minute for each project. So just sit back, enjoy your lunch while you hear of the work of the students, and we'll be connecting you to them very shortly.
In the Life Service Lab this term, the students are tasked with looking at why people make decisions against their own best interests. So if they were looking at how to shift mindsets and behaviours of people to drive better financial decisions and ensure lifelong financial stability, safety and stability. This project was looking at the complexity of people's lives, how people manage or don't manage their money, why that is, and then unpacking opportunities by understanding people's circumstances to think about how they might enable people to make better decisions at every point of their lives.
It was a really interesting process defining a direction, navigating through a cloudy problem space where both the how and what are unknown.
So what I find so interesting about service design is that you can easily combine it with different methods like, for example, Lean Startup or Scrum. That's how we were able to develop and test our prototype with our target audience.
Throughout this project, I experienced applying theories for behavior change within the design process.
My favorite part in this project is we try to integrate multiple existing services together. So instead of creating a whole new thing, integrating scattered resources to deliver a cohesive user experience might add more values to both the user and the whole ecosystem. And that's what I learned the most from this project. Yes.
So next we're going to look at the projects themselves, and please take a note of the project name as we go through, because we would love you to talk to these students in the meeting room straight after we've shown this film. So take a note of the projects you might want to drill down a bit further or pop in, and you'll have about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. And you can perhaps look at one or two. You will be invited to join the room that you wish to talk to. Okay, so the students will be waiting in breakout rooms, and we'll explain that again after this film. So enjoy each of the projects in turn. Thank you.
We were challenged to shift the mindsets and behaviors of people in the UK to drive better financial decisions that ensure lifelong financial safety and stability.
As a research outcome, we decided to focus on the intent savers, as we found the majority of the intent savers are unaware of the drastic difference between annual inflation and overall growth on their savings, which gradually brings down its value. We observe our users need to overcome the behavior barriers in motivation and capability to start making investment decisions.
Vision is a service that can be developed and operated in-house within existing high street and online banks. It integrates different service components and stakeholders in the ecosystem to provide a seamless experience that takes the user through a journey of aided behavioral change.
So, what value does Vision create? We aim to understand the fundamental problem behind any financial decisions and using accessible solutions for users. Vision integrates scattered resources to deliver a cohesive and informed user experience, easy to implement within existing financial service environments.
Wish to start saving with your first job, but having difficulty doing so? Are you feeling you are not saving enough and just do not know where to start? Do you keep looking to your future to start saving? Money management is complicated and difficult. However, what's even more dangerous is staying put. Every year, tens of thousands of young adults are struggling to pay for emergencies, who will turn to their parents for help, or even be in debt. Now is the time to get started, for the uncertainties of tomorrow. Enter Findy, a one-year-long service that aims to build healthy savings behavior. We provide expert-defined milestones to help you start prepping for rainy days. A fully controllable yet automated service ensures you don't bow out during those lazy days. Multiple feedback makes you think, reflect and act at your pace, and before you even realize your healthy financial habits have found in their way. We start with emergency savings, but your road from there on is limitless. Our job is to set your behaviors right, so that all your other goals, whether pensions, investments or insurance, you can start out fearless. Findy is a reliable start for your healthy new financial life.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for watching those. Hopefully you've taken note of any projects there you particularly like to find out more. The purpose of this event really is to give the students and yourselves a chance to chat, just as we would in the physical show, were we still doing that. But obviously COVID, or the tail end of COVID, has curtailed our plan. So here we are, you have a chance to speak to the students. John Makepeace will very shortly sprinkle his magic dust and put all the students into rooms. And you will see down at the bottom of your Zoom link, a little 4-square icon with breakout rooms on it. And if you click on that, you'll see the project names appear at the bottom of that if you scroll down. And next to the project team name, you'll see join. And we would very much love you, please, to press on one of those where you can meet the students. They'll ask you who you are, if you wouldn't mind telling them who you are, and have a little chat about the project. They might want to make another presentation. And over the next 10, 15 minutes or so, we'll see how you're getting on. If you want to come back and talk to another team, we've probably got just about enough time to do that. But at least get involved, talk to some of the students there, listen to what they've been doing, ask them some challenging questions. So now's the time for you to pick a team. If you want any help at all, we'll be here, John and myself, to help you get into the team you want to go to. Enjoy talking and interacting with our students. My goodness, they deserve it. Okay. So thank you very much for that. We'll send you a message in about 15 minutes time and bring you all back when I'll be talking to Cam Chana about the future of financial services and what are the big themes around financial services and well-being. So looking forward to talking to Cam in about 15 minutes time. Enjoy your chats. See you then. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? People need any help? Just shout if you need some help. You're pushed into a room. Hello, Richard. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Cheers. How you doing? I just noticed on my screen there seems to be only one person in one of the rooms and loads of people in others. Should I go and keep?
Go and give them some moral support. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go and do that. Unless, John, am I getting that wrong? Everyone seems to go into 3 rooms.
Yes, if you can drop into the final room, that would be great.
Yeah, cool. I'll go and see them and maybe a bit. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard. Great. Anyone else want to pop into better digital banking with human touch? Look at the prototypes they've been building. They were showcasing there. Got lots of people in the other 3 rooms, which is fantastic. Let us know if you need a hand. Otherwise, we'll be bringing people back. What's the time now? So probably about, we're going to give them 15 minutes, John. You want a bit more?
Yeah, well, 12 minutes from now, yeah.
12 minutes out, 22. That's perfect. Great. So we'll just keep nice and quiet until then. Great. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thank you, John.
Still live on YouTube.
Yes, great. Thank you. I'm probably going to turn my mic and video off, but I'll be back shortly.
If anybody would like some help getting into a breakout room, then just let me know.
Yeah.
Hi, can I get into the Findies room?
Hi there. Sorry, who? Sorry, I just need to find out who that was. Sorry, can you tell me your name?
I'm Woden Yao.
And you'd like to go into Findy's room. Yep, there you go. I've just assigned it to you. So if you click on the breakout rooms button at the bottom, you should be able to join that button, join that room. Anybody else?
Sorry, John, I did all the instructions. I should have let you do it.
That's fine. Did it well.
You did it really well.
When I'm comparing that jazz club, I'll be a pro.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I know this is on YouTube, but what the hell? We're all human.
Right.
Try and keep people on YouTube occupied.
Yeah.
Hey. Maybe it should be the first place to prototype the idea.
I love how your mind works. You're so Jedi.
I was going to use that, but I thought it would upset you, John, so I just called you.
Do you know what? I could tell that you were like hesitating. You were like, and we've got.
I saw it too.
I know. Like,
wrinkle magic dust. I said instead.
Oh, is he going to go there? Is he going to go there? Oh, yeah. Well done.
Don't worry. If anyone's watching on YouTube, we'll edit this bit out. Don't worry.
Of course. But you know what? I knew you weren't going to go there because you're wearing your jacket right now. So now it's like the suave Clive Grenier.
This is financial services.
Yeah, exactly. The moment that jacket comes off, though, watch out.
I took it off for you.
I know. You took it off on cue. The moment I was like, but Clive Grenier is a dangerous man. And like suddenly your jacket comes off.
I think you called it a blazer. I thought that was one step too far.
Yeah, sorry.
Cam's in one of the other rooms, so I might just go on mute. All right. So it's quite useful actually because I can watch how the rooms are doing through cams. No, whichever you want. But we've got another 7 minutes, haven't we? So hopefully that'll be all right. They're still presenting. It might be worth, John, messaging everybody saying, make sure you have time for questions because they're still presenting. So you might say, if we're coming up to 5 minutes, saying please use these last 5 minutes to get some feedback. Thanks. John, we're going to have to give them more time because they're spending too long on the presentation. So we'll just maybe at 12:40, say 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes for questions now.
I'll broadcast that now.
Thank you. I might just travel around the rooms, guys.
John, do you have an idea of like numbers over the last 3 days?
A rough idea, and I can get an exact report later.
I just need to get to the door.
Sure.
In your rough idea, do you know what? Well, what is your rough idea?
For which event?
Like, what is the highest? What was the lowest?
I think
it's not a competition, but you know.
I think well, of the 3 days, I think the highest has been social impact lunchtime. Not a competition, but
It's not a competition, all right? This is an abundance, collaborative mindset.
it's a safe place.
It's a safe and enabling environment.
To win.
What was the lowest?
What was the lowest? I'm not sure. Not sure.
Who asked that? Who asked that? What was the lowest?
You asked what was the lowest.
No, I didn't. Where did that come from? I heard someone say it, but it wasn't me.
It could be because I was checking the YouTube channel to see who was watching on that. And it could have been something like you saying that and then it being repeated later with a lag. Just a theory.
I love that theory.
Technically, we have a minute left for our original time plan.
Is that the new revised original time?
The revised time plan, yeah. Okay, here's Clive.
Okay.
Clive, can I bring everyone back with 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes. Christiana was talking the whole time and they've only just started questions because I had to interrupt her. So
Okay,
that's a fail.
People they can ask questions in
Later.
this session.
Yeah, let's do that.
We can also offer people the chance to go back into the breakout rooms.
You think more time now?
Yeah, I can give them more time.
So, John,
Can't
Cam's
change it
suggesting we actually let them have some more time now.
You've got their
I can't change that.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry.
I've already clicked the close breakout rooms button.
Sorry.
And so in
Okay,
86 seconds, they'll be all brought back.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we'll say we can put them back in the breakout rooms after we've had a little chat, Cam, maybe?
I think I do that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
after
all
the
right, let's
chat,
be prepared to do that. Yeah. Thank you, John. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So I'll come off my video thing. Are you ready, Cam?
Yeah, sure.
I do want
I
to chat now.
honestly think, as much as you want to introduce me to this world, I think they're truly engaged. I can see from Britain's face.
But unfortunately, the button's been
on.
pressed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I think what we'll do is, I mean, the question is relevant to Shall I jump off mine now?
Yeah, as long as you're on. Yeah. I still think they have a bit of a problem with over talking. I apologize. Hi, everybody. Sorry to jolt you back into the reality of the event. And I know that many of you were intensely involved in conversations, which is great. So we're just going to have a short interlude whilst I introduce you to Cam Chana. And Cam's just going to reflect a little bit on some of the projects and some of the challenges that she's seeing. She might even ask some of the students actually about, what you were just discussing. But we'll try and give you some time, maybe in 10 minutes or so, to go back into the rooms if you want to continue your conversations before we, as we end the show. So we'll try and give you some time back. It was great to see so many of you chatting away. There's never enough time, as I always say to everybody all the time. So anyways, I'm delighted to introduce Cam. I'm going to pretty much keep out of the way on this one, actually. First of all, because Cam, some of you will know, was head of innovation, yes, at Temenos, the big technology platform in the financial services industry. Cam and I have been in some fabulous discussions and conversations over the last year that have ended with Cam joining, for some of her time, just a small amount of her time, the RCA Service Design course to help us set up, to lead the Financial Services Lab that I mentioned in my intro. And that all these projects, of course, sit within. Financial services has always been fantastically important to the graduates of service design. A lot of service designers go into the big banks and different financial service industry, wider financial service industry. So it's great to have Cam here. And I'm just going to ask her a question and let her talk for a bit before we give you some time back with the students. But really, I wanted to ask Cam, what are the big themes around financial services and financial well-being? Where are we going with this? And some of the projects that you've seen here, it'd be interesting to hear what you think. So I'm going to back out and let you get on with it.
Okay. Thank you, Clive. And nice to meet everyone. And thanks to my crew for turning up as well. And hello to all my new team. I think what's really interesting from just the examples we've seen today is that they resonate very much with what we're seeing broadly, globally in the financial services world. And I think in other industries too, which is a move away from this kind of transactional service to one which is more purpose-led, which is more relationship-driven and experience-driven. And there's a couple of things that are really underpinning that. One is behavioral psychology, and I can see that's woven through all of these projects, which is super exciting to see. One question I would have is, how are you proving it? How do you make sure that you're going through the full loop of you're pulling these behavioral levers and they deliver these results that enable the user to be compliant to what they are trying to achieve in their life. But, and this is really, really important, and I know in one of the breakout rooms that I was in, I think Vikram asked a question, which is what's the revenue model? Those levers have to also result in profit for the organizations, because we are in the real world and real world organizations have to make profit. Whilst purpose-driven banking is switching the focus away from shareholders to stakeholders, of which consumers are a stakeholder, there still has to be a win-win. So this is really about win-win alignment of creating services that are relationship-based, consumer-driven, trust-based, and underpinned by behavioral psychology, but ultimately delivered in a way that banks and financial services institutions believe that they can turn into a genuine, valid business model. And I'd love to hear from, was it Beacon, a little bit more about FOMO is a great lever to work with, but what is the commercial reality behind that? How does the bank actually make a profit? Is it Christiana?
Christiana, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, our app is not related to a specific bank. Our app can work with many banks. It's like an open banking app. First.
That's great. Good.
And first of all, it's subscription based, so it has some free aspects. But if you want to take benefit of most of it, you should get premium one. But at the same time, we also collaborate. We make strategic partnership in order to reduce as well the price of the app. So we make a partnership with companies that are related to industries that are related to the goals and interests of our users. So for instance, goals are more related to an interest or a passion. So we relate goals, let's say for an example, to travel, let's say a goal to travel. So we make sure that we have a company in that field. And for when our users achieve their goal, they receive a discount and they have an affiliate link with that company as well.
Okay, so it's more about using the network effect of organizations coming together and playing with margins and kickbacks and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it looks like you put some thought into that, which is great. It'd be really interesting to see how you develop that commercial model and maybe even test it out with a few banks and interested parties. Thank you, Christiana.
Yeah, thank you.
That was the key thing I wanted to get across. I know there's a lot of people on the call who've heard my verbiage before, so I won't take up any more time because it's the first time I've seen these videos, and I thought they were pretty high quality and quite interesting. And I know that a lot of you have given up your lunch hours to listen in. So may I suggest that we go back into the breakout rooms and dedicate them only to open questions?
That's fantastic. John, are we in a good position to do that? Yes, we are.
All good.
So do please get yourself back into a breakout room and carry on a conversation. Try a different, perhaps a different project to learn more about that. We really, really appreciate you doing this in this 10 minutes before you need to go back to whatever you were doing before. I think it will be really valuable to the students and hopefully really interesting to you. Thanks, Cam, for coming and introducing and talking briefly and giving us the time back. So I'll let you all go. And it's the same rules, the breakout, 4 squares. Click on a project either you were heavily involved with in your conversations or a new one you'd like to learn about. So thank you very much. We'll see you shortly. Let us know if you need a hand getting yourself into a project room. Sorry, John. Hi. We've got one person here still, do we?
2 people still, yeah.
Thanks for that. I think when I was going around the rooms, you could see there was some pretty good discussions going on, actually, though we were just reflecting. We need to help the students ask questions more rather than just present.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why it's a work in progress.
Absolutely, yeah. It's good that everyone's gone back into the breakout rooms.
Yeah, I mean, that is fantastic. We've not had that such high engagement before, have we? I think that's been my learning from this show. The breakout rooms have worked really well.
Yeah, I think they have.
So I would suggest we keep going to the top of the hour, and then I'll just do my wind-up bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sound all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Just check in. Don't press the button until we say.
Yeah, you got to give me like a release code or something.
All right, cheers then. Really good debates going on, actually. Really good. Nice to see.
In which
quite
room?
useful having an assistant here.
Which room is that?
Sorry?
Is that Bearcom? Beacom. Is that the project?
It's pronounced become.
Yeah.
Become.
The guys just asked a brilliant question. He said, don't you think it's a bit creepy if you did that? Yeah, we should have pointed that out. Sorry, I know this is still live.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to do we'll close the rooms at 1 o'clock notice? Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
Just
Clive, I'm going to close the room now. Clive, I need your safe word.
Hi there. Are you saying something? Are we there? Oh, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be 2 minutes before they come back. So
just for the dropping off. So let's do it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I just got my last few slides, haven't I think.
I mean, in our life, a lot of goals need to money is based on finance. So we need to understand the finance goals, and then in our application, we create different goals about the different goals. Family, family oriented.
So did you look at all the gamification strategies? Because it occurs to me like you said some long-term goals. So there's going to be a long period of time elapses before there's any kind of payoff, versus the instant gratification of like giving into the FOMO. So did you look at all about how you're going to show people progress or give them
Are they about to come back?
Once you progress,
50 seconds.
Realize me, the person that's on the same screen is you. So both of you.
They just suck back to here now. Put yourself on mute or something.
Recording in progress.
Hi again. Mute it. Yeah, thanks. Great. Again, sorry to drag you back into this main room, but we need to end pretty soon, and quite a few of you have needed to drop off because you need to get back to your real lives. For those of you still here, thank you very, very much for coming. This has been one of the most engaging sessions we've had. We've got another session this evening, by the way. Let me just quickly round up this event. And as I say, we'll be delighted to have you back, or anyone else who wants to join us. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, come and join us later on at 5 o'clock, the repeat of the show. Just to let you know, there is this website, rcaservicedesign.com. All these projects are on there. As I said, you can click on the set up a conversation on any of the projects, and with a Calendly, set up a time to talk to the students longer if you feel you'd like to do that. And we would love you to do that. This is an open show for the rest of the week, where people can talk to the students, and indeed any time that they're around. When you go onto that website, you'll see the challenge labs there. You can explore the challenge labs, look at all the partners we've got, all the people working on those projects, and the projects themselves. So we're trying to make it really easy to click in, and as I say, set up a quick conversation with all the people on here. We've got the final event of the show at 5 o'clock. You can see on Instagram the chat with Nikos and Nafisa that we had at 11 o'clock today. 2 graduates just got their first $500,000 for Quirk, their app that does very much the kind of thing that we're seeing in these projects here. Please go and become a customer of Quirk. I am, and it's great. We're doing it for these kids. They've had a lot. They've had their whole first year online. It's fantastic to have them back in our lives here on campus, and we're about to relaunch their life here as they progress to June and when they graduate. They're looking for jobs, they're looking to change the world, they're looking to interact and learn as they go. Massively appreciative of your time in talking to them today. As I say, do tell your friends and see if they want to come along to the later show as well. but it's been an honor and a privilege to teach these students. And watch this space for the class of 2022, and we'll be back in June when they graduate with their final projects. So looking forward to seeing you then, if not before. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and being part of our next work in progress show, the RCA Service Design course. We really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye for now.